So are you having trouble throwing in the wind? Well, we're out here on a windy day and we're going to show you instead of telling you how to throw in this wind. So welcome back to PoorBoy Disc Golf, and we're out here on this windy day. We're getting some pretty good gusts. We're going to try to film in the gusts, not when it dies down, because today's video is all about how to throw in the wind. Now, some disc golfers and influencers, or whatever you want to call them, they'll just tell you how to throw in the wind. But out here, PoorBoy is going to show you how to throw in the wind. We've got fairway drivers, mid-range, and putters. We do got a couple of distance drivers too to throw. Basically what we're going to throw is we're going to throw a overstable, a neutral, and an understable disc. Got them as pretty close as I could get them on the putters, mid-ranges, and the distance drivers. The fairway drivers, I mean. The distance drivers, I only got an understable and an overstable. So I hope y'all like the video, and let's get out here and show you how they fly. Alright, so get a little closer so you can see. We've got a tailwind. It's basically going tailwind, and it's going from left to right sometimes, but it's pretty much a tailwind. So we're going to do a standstill. First up, we got the shadow play from cross lap disc. It's a understable putter. I'm going to throw it and show how it flies. Very understable, straight to the ground. Next is going to be end of a Colt. Now this is a basically a stable. So it's got a negative turn and a fade. It's got the same fade. I'll throw it. You see that one? And then we've got the penny putter from Lone Star Disc. Now this is an overstable putter. You see that one's going to have, it actually stayed pretty straight. The only difference that I seen was the understable went straight to the ground. Well, the stable, did its little thing. It kind of ended up on to the right, and then the penny one became more stable. So let's move on to the mid-ranges. All right, so same tailwind. We're going to do the mid-ranges. First up, we've got an XCOM Griffin. It is an understable mid-range. Not too bad. Next up, we got the Dynamic Truth, which is a stable mid-range. Okay. And then we got the Buzz OS, which of course is an overstable mid-range. All of that, straight to the point. So basically on the mid-ranges with the tailwind, of course they were a little bit more overstable on that one. So maybe the higher the speed, the more overstable, the more push they have to go to the left, basically. The stable one, it kind of did what it was supposed to. The understable, it shot more stable. So next up is the fairway drivers. All right, so next up is the fairway drivers. Now these are a 9-speed, so maybe it's kind of a higher up fairway driver. But first up, we got the Innova Sidewinder, which is an understable. Ooh, way more stable than it normally is. For the stable, we've got the Innova Valkyrie, which is a turn -2 and a fade of 2. A little bit more overstable. And then for our overstable, we've got the Escape. That one, yeah, kind of a maybe a little bit more overstable. The Escape, I kind of put a little bit of an anhyzer on it, but it still came back like it was supposed to, but not as much as it should have like the other ones. So we'll throw the distance drivers next. All right, so the Distance drivers, we got 2 speed 11s. We've got the Sail from DGA and the Dynamic Surgent. Surgent's your overstable, and Sail is your understable. Let's go to the understable first. Look at that. I faded out at the end. We're gonna take the Surgent and throw it now. Fade it over, turn. Let's move on to the next hole.
Okay, so.
All right, so the tailwind kind of made things a little bit more overstable than they should have been. Or the more you put on it, the higher speed you got. The lower speeds, they just, understable is always going to go understable at lower speed. But the higher up you got, the more overstable they seem to be. Well, the wind we're in right now, we're on hole 6. It is a straight left to right. So it should be the benefit of the overstability. Because it should, just from what I know, it should fight it a little bit more. So we're going to throw the putters first. First up, we've got the cross play, which is the understable. We're going to throw it first. Oh, I threw that one kind of bad. That's my bad. We're going to throw the Colt next. That was more understable. So next we're going to throw the penny. Pretty straight. So let's go to the mid-ranges now. All right, so the understable one, my bad. But it probably would have went and been more understable. But we're going to use the mid-ranges now. We're going to throw the Griffin, which is the understable mid-range. Kind of straight. Next up is the Truth, which is our stable. More overstable. Interesting. Next up, we got the Buzz OS. Not as bad of a fade as the tailwind. So, I don't know. Let's move on to the shooters. There we go. All right, so we're going to throw the Sidewinder, which is the understable fairway driver. Ooh, way more overstable. Next is the Valkyrie, which is the stable. A little bit more overstable. Next is the Escape, which is the overstable. Fought it. Maybe a little bit straighter on that one. Maybe. Let's move on to the distance drivers. All right, so first up is the understable Sail. Very overstable. Next is the Surgent. About the same as it was. Let's move on to the next hole and see if we can get a headwind. All right, so hole 7, this is basically a straight headwind. So we're going to go out here and see how these do. First up is the putters. We got our understable one first. Straight, understable, turned into a roller, off into the weeds. Next up is the XT Colt, which is our stable putter. More understable, took it straight to the ground. Next up is our overstable putter, which is the penny. Fought it a little bit, but it still turned overstable and went straight to the ground. So let's move on to the mid-ranges. All right, so as you can see, the lower speed disc, wind just took it and pushed them right to the ground. Let's go up speed to 5 speed mid-range. First up is the understable one. straight over stable, into the weeds. Next up is the Truth, which is our stable mid-range. Well, it held on a little bit, but it finished still over to the right, which would make it more understable. So next is the Buzz OS. It's fighting it, straight, more stable, and that's a very overstable mid-range. So next up is the fairway drivers. All right, so now that we're getting up in speed, they're going to be able to fight the wind a little bit better. First up is the understable sidewinder. Still understable. So next up is the Valkyrie, which is our stable. Straight, but it turns over, ended up more to the right. Next up is our overstable disc, which is the Escape. Fought it, but turned it over. Let's see what the distance drivers do. All right, so my prediction is the sail is going to turn over, and the Surgent might stay straight, but it'll have a nice fade at the end. Here's the sail. Understability. It tried to come out of it, but the wind kind of stopped it. So next up is the Surgent. More straight, a little bit of a fade at the end. It's pretty cool. All right, so we got one more throw. Kind of waiting for the wind to kind of pick up a little bit here. And while we're waiting on that, let's talk about it. So headwind makes everything more understable. Tailwind makes everything more understable. Basically a left to right, and there comes the wind, will make it more overstable to stable. So now we're going to throw from a right to left wind. First up, we got our putters. We got the understable shadow play. Ooh, very understable. All right, next up is the Colt, which is our stable. Very understable too. And this is a right to left. So we got our penny putter here, which is our overstable. Hey, that fought it pretty good. Ended up going straight. See how the mid-ranges do. All right, so with the putters, it made them very understable to stable. So we're going to throw the mid-ranges next, which is the understable first. Making it, well, there at the last, it caught it when it ran out of juice and made it more overstable. So next we got the Truth, which is our neutral. Ooh, knocked it down, but made it go to the left a little bit. So let's throw the Buzz OS, which is our overstable. And it made it a little bit more overstable. Interesting. All right, so now we're going to throw the fairway drivers in this right to left wind. First up, we got our Sidewinder, which is our understable. Ooh, straight fade. Made it a little bit more overstable. Let's throw the Valkyrie, which is our stable. Really made that one overstable. So next up is the Escape. Now the Escape is the only one that it's a turn of -1 and fade of 2. It's the most overstable fairway driver that I have in 9 speed. So let's throw it and see how it does. Kind of ended up to the, it probably would have been straight, don't know, I throw the Escape a little bit better than most, but let's see how the distance drivers stack up. All right, so the distance drivers, we're going to have the overstable sail. It's fighting it, and then it caught it. Interesting. Made it more fly straight, more stable, so it would have been more overstable than what it is. Next is the Surgeon, which is our overstable. Oh, it grabbed it, threw it to the left, and very overstable. So let me go collect these and then we'll talk about it. All right, so the reason I'm doing this video is because somebody could tell me all day long, but I gotta be shown. So it's kind of, you know, just experimenting out here, live action. All the throws are what you see. None of them is going to be edited. I didn't rethrow anything. So let's talk about it. So a tailwind. Tailwind makes everything more neutral to overstable for the higher speeds. Now lower speeds, it makes them more understable. So that's your kicker for something that's like a 4, 3, 2, even the ones that's just like the rock you throw, like not a rock, but the Rhino, with it and like some of the polecats and pop bottle top putters, those are going to be more overstable in a tailwind. Now a headwind makes everything more understable, makes everything understable. Your putters, they're going to go straight to the right, hit the ground. They're going to spike, turn into rollers. Mid-ranges are going to be straight to understable. Your drivers are going to fight it more, but they're still going to be straight to overstable. Unless you can throw the hell out of one and put more speed on it. But still, it's still going to make it more stable to overstable. Now, as far as the right to left and left to right, well, of course, a right to left is going to make everything more overstable except for your lower speeds. You're going to make them more understable. While a left to right is going to make everything more stable. Well, really stable to make them just a little bit understable, but except for your putters, which will make them very overstable. So I hope that makes sense. I hope y'all like the video. It's kind of just getting out here showing you that, you know, a noodle arm like me going out here, I'm not doing the technical side of it, the science behind it, blah, blah, blah. All I know is that you throw in the wind with these discs or these types of discs around the same flight numbers, that's what they're going to do. It's gusting probably about up to 15, 20 miles an hour. So it's pretty good wind out here today. So hey, I hope y'all like this video, and as always, this is PoorBoy reminding you to play the sport and grow the sport that is disc golf. Thanks for watching.